I like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and peace and safety to all the Akim out there pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the power to the pulling down of strongholds. And basically what I'm going to go into it in this lesson is deal with the firmament and pull down that stronghold, which is that globe theory, all right, that sphere that we supposed to live on a round water ball, okay, and prove that through the scriptures, all right, through the precepts, that if you believe that we live on a globe, all right, that's contrary to the scriptures, all right, because the scriptures don't support that, all right. I did in a previous video, I showed through the precepts that the earth is flat according to the Bible, okay, according to NASA, according to Mystery Babylon, according to the so-called white man, all right, the earth is a globe, okay. And basically, man, I'm gonna show through this lesson that we live in the earth, okay, that the earth is flat, like I showed in the previous video, with a dome-like firmament encasing us in the earth, okay, and that's basically a stronghold that got our people food, man. And Esau got our people food, man. All right, even brothers and sisters that's in the truth. All right, when the scriptures don't support a globe, okay, the scriptures support a flat plane. All right, a disc-like circle, okay, which I described and showed and proved, all right, in the scriptures, okay, that we live, in fact, we live in the earth and not on the earth. And I'm going to prove that point further with this video. Verse 5, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the power. And that's basically what Esau doing. All right, exalting itself above the knowledge of what's written in this Bible, man. All right, because according to the Bible, all right, the earth is not a water ball, a sphere, or a globe, okay? And I believe I proved that with the previous video, all right? And I'm going to prove it even further with this video. And bring it into captivity every thought to obedience of Yahweh Shai. All right, so I'm going to start here in 2nd Ezra, all right, in the Apocrypha, 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 41. And it reads, upon the second day, just like I read in the previous video in Genesis chapter 1, starting at verse 6. All right, it's basically describing the creation, okay, and when the Lord made the earth, okay. So it says, upon the second day thou madest the spirit of the firmament. All right, and we know what that firmament is because we looked it up, okay. That's that dome-like encasement, that vault, all right, that's dividing the waters, all right, from the waters, okay. And we're going to read it. And commandeth it to part asunder and to make a division betwixt the waters, that the one part might go up and the other remain beneath. Okay, just like we read in Genesis chapter 1. Okay, so now I'm gonna get the next precept in Genesis chapter 1 and verse 20. And it reads, and the power said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of the heavens. Okay, so the animals, the birds, all right, the fowls of the air, the Lord commanded them to fly above the earth, above land, all right, because all the other animals walk upon land, all right. The fowls, which are birds, okay, they fly above the land, okay. in the open, okay, of the heavens. So let me get the next scripture to prove that we, all right, people, we are in the firmament as well. Prayer of Azariah in the Apocrypha. All right, going back to the Apocrypha, go to the book of Prayer of Azariah, chapter 1, verse 34, and it reads, "Blessed art thou in the firmament of heaven." Okay, referring to people, referring to the Israelites. Okay, blessed art thou in the firmament of heaven, and above all to be praised and glorified forever. Okay, so now we see all the moving creatures, all right, that has life. All right, humans, all right, people are creatures as well. Okay, people are creatures as well. We are part of the Lord's creation, so we're included in this Genesis 1 verse 20. Okay, so it says, "And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creatures that has life, and fowl that may fly above the earth, above the land," because like I said, all other animals walk on land. Okay, in the open, that's the point, in the open firmament of the heavens. Okay, so now let me get the next precept here in Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 1. And it reads, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the heavens is my throne." All right, and like I said, it's three heavens, man. Okay, all right, you got the earth, okay, that we walk on, which Esau is currently, this is currently his heaven. All right, which is rulership, man. Okay, dominion, and that's what he's currently in his dominion. All right. Then you have what you see when you look up into the heavens. All right, into the sky. All right, when you look up at the firmament. All right, that's referred to as heavens as well. And where the Most High resides is referred to as heaven as well. Let me see if I can find that precept right quick to prove that point. I believe it's in Deuteronomy 10. I believe it's in Deuteronomy 10. So lucky if I can't find it. Okay, this is it right here. Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 14. And it says, "Behold, the heaven and the heaven of the heavens is the Lord thy power, the earth also, which all that therein is." Okay, so basically it's three heavens, man. So let's go back. Isaiah 66 and verse 1, and it reads, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the heavens is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye may build unto me, and where is the place of my rest?" Now the reason I read that, because I'm about to go to the book of Ezekiel, all right, and verse 1, chapter 1, Salakia. Ezekiel chapter 1, and I'm going to give you an example of what we just read. Also, let me read Isaiah chapter 40. All right, I read this in the last video, chapter 40 and verse 22. And it reads, "It is he that sitteth upon the circle." All right, we proved that that circle is the flat earth, okay? All right, the disc-like, okay? "Of the earth, and the habitations thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretches out the heavens as the curtains, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in." Okay? Proving the point that we are in the earth, okay? We're in the firmament, Okay? And nobody has ever been outside the firmament, man. Okay? So all that Esau in the space, all right, up there floating around, all right, with the picture of the globe behind him, all right, the picture of the globe. Man, that's fake, man. Nobody has ever been outside the firmament, man. Okay? All right, going back to Salakia, Ezekiel chapter 1. All right, now that Isaiah 60, 6 and 1. All right, the the earth is the Lord's footstool. All right, that's the same, basically the same thing we just read in Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 22. All right, he sitteth above the circle. Okay, so this is Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 22. Well, let me read verse 5 first so we can get context. Verse 5, Ezekiel 1 and 5. Also, out of the midst thereof came the likeness of four living creatures. And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. And this is referring to angels, the same four angels in Revelation 7 that's standing on the four corners. All right, the same four beasts that's referred to in Revelations. All right, these same four spirits, all right, that the Lord created for vengeance. All right, we broke it down. We gave the understanding on that. So basically, this is what this chapter is referring to, those four angels. So we're going to jump down to verse 22. All right, we're going to pick up in verse 22, Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 22. And the likeness of the firmament upon the heads of the living creatures. All right, going back to that firmament. All right, because we are in the firmament. All right, we're not living on earth. All right, and the space is just above our head. No, we're in an enclosed fixture, man, a vault. Okay, and like I say, no one has been outside that firmament, man, that glass dome. Okay, verse 22, and the likeness of the firmament upon the heads of the living creatures were as the color of the terrible crystal. All right, because it's clear. All right, like glass. All right, you saw in the previous video, the Simpsons, Esau, proving that Esau know, all right, what the scriptures are speaking of. All right, but it's just he pushed these lies, this confusion to you people, man. You too simple. All right, you people so simple. He can push that right over on you in the cartoon. All right, and you won't think twice of it. So it says, was as the color of the terrible crystal. All right, that's that glass dome, that encasement, that vault. All right, the firmament stretched forth over the heads above. All right, stretched forth over their heads above. And under the firmament were their wings straight, the one towards the other. Everyone had two which covered on this side, and everyone had two which covered on that side their bodies. Verse 24, and when they went, I heard the noise of their wings, like the noise of great waters, as the voice of the Almighty, the voice of speech, as the noise of an host. When they stood, they let down their wings. Verse 25, and there was a voice from the firmament that was over their heads. All right, going back to what Isaiah 66 and 1. All right, about the earth being his footstool. All right, going back to Isaiah chapter 40, verse 22. He sitteth above the circle. Okay. Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 25. And there was a voice from the firmament that was over their heads when they stood and let down their wings. And above the firmament that was over their heads, all right, that encasement, all right, that glass dome, that ark, all right, that we're enclosed in, okay? And above the firmament that was over the heads was the likeness of a throne, okay? Just like the Most High described in Isaiah 66, verse 1. Just like he described in Isaiah chapter 40 and 22, all right? As the appearance of a sapphire stone, and upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness and as the appearance of a man upon it, referring to the Most High, Yahweh, all right? He's showing Ezekiel a vision, all right? And I'm finna prove through the scriptures, okay? He's finna show John the same vision, man, in the book of Revelation, pursuing the prophecy, okay? So this is proof, man, that we're inside a firmament, man. Okay, so when you read Isaiah chapter 40, verse 22, all right, it's the Most High, okay, Yahweh, on the throne, okay, the earth as his footstool, all right, and it's a glass dome, okay, so it's like the Most High has a glass floor, man, okay, which is the earth, all right, and he said he looking for pond and the inhabitants as is small like grasshoppers, man, all right. So let's get the next precept, all right, to prove that statement that he gave John he showed John the same vision, man. Okay, in the book of Revelations, chapter 4, and we're gonna start at verse 1. And it reads, after this I looked and beheld a door was open in heaven, and the first voice which I heard was as it were of a trumpet talking with me, which said, come up hither, and I will show thee the things which must be hereafter. Verse 2, and immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne, and he that sat was to look upon like a jasper, like the sardine stone, and there was a rainbow round about the throne in the sight like unto an emerald. Okay, verse 4, and round about the throne were 24 seats, and upon the seats I saw 24 elders sitting clothed in white raiment. All right, and we went through that. All right, the 24 elders, okay, harping with harps. Okay, you can go to the page and you can check out the breakdown, man. We did a deep, extensive breakdown, man. All right, over 40 to 45 precepts proving that point. All right, showing you who are the 24 elders. Okay, reading on, and they had on their heads crowns of gold, and out of the throne proceeded lightning and thunder and voices, and there were 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which were the 7 spirits of Yahweh. And before the throne, all right, and before the throne, as John seeing this vision, there was a sea of glass like unto crystal. Okay, just like we read in Ezekiel, man. Okay, just like we read in Ezekiel. And in the midst of the throne and round about the throne were 4 beasts full of eyes before and behind. Okay, so the Lord gave John the same vision that he gave Ezekiel, man. He showed him the heavenly realm. All right, he saw the 4 beasts. All right, the 4 angels. All right, the same 4 angels that spoke of in Revelation chapter 7. All right, the same 4 angels that spoke of in Ezekiel. All right, this is what the 4 beasts are referring to. Okay, those 4 source spirits. all right, that the Lord created for vengeance. All right. So I'm going to read verse 6 again. And before the throne, all right, as John seeing the vision, before the throne, meaning in front of the throne, just like Ezekiel saw, all right, through that terrible crystal, he saw the throne, all right. Reading on, and in the midst of the throne, okay, Salakia, and before the throne there was a seat of glass, like unto crystal. All right, this is describing the firmament, man. All right, that same crystal that Ezekiel saw, and in the midst of the throne and round about the throne were four beasts, full of eyes before and behind. All right, referring to the same four angels that's referred to in Ezekiel. All right, now let's get another precept. We're going to stay in the book of Revelations, all right, chapter 15 and verse 1. And it reads, and I saw another sign. So this is John, all right, getting another vision. In the heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the power. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, just like Ezekiel saw. All right, the fire around the throne. All right, looking through that terrible crystal. Okay, so it says glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast. And the them is referring to the elect. Okay, and over his image and over his mark and over the number of his name stand on the sea of the glass. All right, now the earth is going to be our footstool. All right, so now this is describing the elect, the 144,000, okay, in the heavens. All right, standing upon the firmament, man. Okay, now I'm going to read that again. Revelation chapter 15 verse 2, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. All right, that's the throne of Yahweh. All right, and John is seeing it through the firmament, man. Okay, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, the elect, and over his image and over his mark and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass having harps of Yahweh. Okay, so the elect is going to be standing on the firmament as well, man. Okay, that same firmament going back to Genesis, man. That same clear, solid, all right, dome, arc-like encasing vault, all right, that we're encased in, man. Okay. Let's see. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 43 and verse 8. The month is called, and is referring to the moon. The month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. All right. Backing up Genesis. All right. Let's get another one. Same chapter, same book, verse 1. Sirach 43 and 1. The pride of the height, the clear firmament, that crystal, all right, that dome, all right, that vault. Okay. So it says the pride of the height, the clear firmament, the beauty of heaven, with the glorious show. Okay. Let me see if there's any more. Let's see. Okay, you got Second Ezra chapter 4 and verse 7. And he said unto me, If I should ask thee how great dwellings are in the midst of the sea, or how many springs are in the beginning of the deep, or how many springs are above the firmament, how many springs are above the firmament, or which are the outgoings of paradise? Okay, so basically, man, I believe the point is made that we okay as humans, all right, so called, all right, the Lord's creation, okay, the animals, all right, the sun, the moon, the stars, is all encased in the firmament, okay? It's all encased inside the firmament. So if you believe in that globe theory, because like I say, the Bible don't support that. The Bible don't support us living on a globe, on a ball, man, on a on a sphere. Okay, it don't support that. Okay, the scriptures describing us living in the firmament, man. All right, and it describes the earth as being flat, man. Okay, not round. All right, like mystery Babylon. All right, got you confused, believing that you're living on the earth when the scriptures is telling you that you live in the earth. All right, under the firmament. All right, under the firmament. And basically that's the point. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.